welcome back to my channel. Sas here. I'm here to do another review of Love After Lockup, Season 2, Episode 25, or Season 3, Episode 2. Now listen, I don't know what it is, so it's an episode. Why would they stretch out Season 2, Episode 25? Why would they do that? Why don't they just make it Season 3 and leave it at that? But anyway, we're here. Alright? Nothing went on last night. I mean, nothing. So, let's talk about it. Okay. First, I want to talk about Dre and Andrea. Now, we know Dre, Mr. Kingpin of Daytona Beach, Florida. But Miss Andrea, she has a little reputation herself. Now, what is this? Do y'all see all those pictures? I said, now, Andrea, what in the glamour shot is going on? What you doing, Andrea? Honey, Andrea got all kinds of mug shots. I said, who had more mug shots, her or Dre? That is crazy to me. But anyway. So Andrea, she is on her way to a photo shoot with her sister. Her sister named Erica. Erica is also her manager. Now, I don't know what Erica is managing. I mean, we know that she has her little, sunglasses for sale. And I guess, Andrea's popping where she lives. So she needs a manager. And of course, Dre comes up. And of course, her sister is totally against this relationship. In fact, all her sisters are, and her mother. Okay? So her sister's just trying to figure out why. Why are you doing this? And we have heard this so many times. Okay? It's just like a cycle. Alright? They're good to me. They take care of me. I love him. It's not who you think. He's not who you think he is. I mean, we keep hearing this. But, Andrea has said that Dre takes care of her financially, even while he's in prison. All right? And she loves him. And, that's that. So, they get to the photo shoot. And it is one of those body painting. She's nude, but they cover it up with paint. Well, of course, she did not tell Dre this. In fact, she lied to him. But while this shoot is going on, while she's getting painted, and can I just say, beautiful. I thought the body paint was gorgeous, okay? I could never do it. But Andrea, I thought it was gorgeous. So, Dre calls and she breaks it down to him and she says, listen, I've been lying to you. I'm just going to tell you. My photo shoot, I am getting body paint. Honey, you can hear crickets. Honey, he didn't say nothing. And she was like, hello? You still there? And honey, he was like, and that was it. It was a wrap. He exploded. He tells her, how could you do this? We agreed that you were not going to do this. Alright? Why are you doing this? And then he goes into a tirade where he calls her the N-word. He calls her the B-word. And he threatens her. Okay? He says if those pictures get posted, you're going to go through a nightmare. And of course, here she is saying, you're not going to talk to me like that. I do not do well with disrespect. Period. Does she think her saying period at the end of every line means something? Dre don't care nothing about your period. Dre don't care nothing about what you have to say, because if he did, he wouldn't have called you out your name. This fool in prison, and he's still trying to control what you doing at a photo shoot. He called you a bee. Really, Andrea? With all these mug shots? Really? Oh, okay. Alright. So, she hangs up the phone several times. He calls her 17 times in 3 minutes. And she had 22 missed phone calls. All this within minutes. Now, I don't know what Andrea is going through, but that is the epitome of possessive. Crazy. Obsessive. Really? 17 times in 3 minutes and 22 missed phone calls. And he out here having a temper tantrum. He was literally sounding like a child who did not get a piece of candy at the grocery store. That's what Dre sounded like. And he totally disrespected her. But Andrea, she said that she's going to continue on with the photo shoot because this will help her business. Well, you go ahead, Andrea. Now, for a man who can talk to you like that while in prison, how is he going to talk to you when he out? That's all I'm saying. My goodness. Awful. Just awful. Child. That's Andrea and Dre. Child, let's get these two out the way. Lizzie and Danny. These two youngins. What they gonna bring y'all? Other than boredom. I said, Lord, they better bring something. Or my remote is gonna be like this. I am going to either change the channel or fast forward. What they gonna bring, y'all? Okay. These two youngins, Lizzie. Alright, she's a full-time student. She also works at a gas station. She has a little bit of a past. Alright? She liked to pop pills and deal drugs. That's what Lizzie did. But she straightened her life up. Alright, Daniel, he liked to, intake in the meth. That's why he in prison. Alright. Now, he met her at some barbecue joint. Now, they spent a whole week together. Alright. Now, she was staying with some friends. And the police came, kicked in the door, and raided the house. And then they found all kinds of stuff. Pills, meth. Alright. She didn't get in trouble. Okay, it was like guilty by association. He hightailed it. All right, he ran and he got high and he got caught. It's been 3 years. All right, since they seen each other. She does not go and visit him, and you could tell when he was talking about that hurts his feelings. I'm sure he would like to have a visit from her, but he still loves her. Now, she seems like she's doing pretty well for herself. And, of course, she has a sister. And you know her sister, okay? Like the rest of the family members on this show, she does not like it. All right? She don't like that her sister is dating an inmate. She thinks that Daniel, is that his name? She thinks that Daniel will be a bad influence on her, and she tells her, she was like, look, what's going to happen when he gets out? Okay, you have worked very hard to where you are. Okay, what if he goes back to how he was doing drugs, and then it has an effect on you, and you go back to popping pills and start dealing drugs again? What happened? And so Lizzie was like, listen, that's not going to happen, okay? is on the straight and narrow. We're going to be just fine. And so the sister was like, so Lizzie, she gets a call from Daniel. You have a collect call. Hey baby, I love you, I love you. So of course she's telling Daniel that her sister and her had a conversation, how her sister is against this and how her sister thinks that you're a bad influence, and when you get out, I may backslide and start popping pills and deal drugs. And of course he was like, she don't even know me, man. She don't even know me. How can she say that about me? I never even met that girl. Okay? Quit listening to people. Alright, we're going to be good. Alright, quit worrying about what everybody has to say. Of course, he's pleading, his case. And Lizzie was like, you're right. Yeah, okay. These two, well, what they going to bring? And I think Lizzie says she has a secret. What's with these secrets? I can only imagine what that secret is, child. But that is Lizzie and Daniel. Let's move on. Let's talk about Cheryl and Josh. Y'all, what's Cheryl? Cheryl! So Cheryl is going wedding dress shopping with her mother. And her mother is adamantly against this whole situation. And she lets her know it. She ain't about it. She don't approve of it. And her mama was like, why you going wedding dress shopping? She said, the only reason why I'm going is because of you. This does not mean I approve of this. I don't approve of these shenanigans. So sure. Here she talks about, her mama was like, what about? Her mama was so funny. Her mama said, what is it about him? He in prison. What is it about him? And so Cheryl was like, he's good to me. He treats me so well. I don't understand this logic. How does someone treat you well in prison? I don't get it, y'all. I don't get it. And then she was like, well, he bought me the ring. And then she backpedaled and was like, well, I bought it. But what I did was take pictures of several rings and I mailed it to him, and he picked the ones that he liked. And that's the one I bought. She's saying all this with a smile on her face like it makes sense. Like a lost cat. I just don't get it. Why are you smiling about that? She done spent $30,000 on this man. And did y'all notice that she had a piece of glass missing from her car? She had tape up where a piece of glass should be. Did y'all see that? Did you see it? I'm just making sure. Okay? $30,000. And she holding her car together with masking tape. Child. So, she's buying a dress. She's trying on a dress. And her mama said, I don't like it. It's ugly. Her mama is blunt. Her mama is so disgusted by this. And then her mama is sitting there. And her mama starts crying. And her mama is hurt. I think her mama is so worried about her. And I think her mama said that she's worried. You know, she was like, I don't want you in a relationship with an inmate. But Cheryl, assures her that she's going to be okay. That Josh is the man that she wants to marry. Child, my nerves would be towed up. And I'm sure her mother is looking at it as, you are my daughter. I want you to be safe, okay? I have grandkids. And they gonna be around this man. And her mama also said, you know, this isn't gonna work. It is going to be a horrible, horrible end. Okay? And I'm going to be the one that has to be there to pick up the pieces. Because he's going to hurt her. Okay? So, I'm with you there, Mama Cheryl. Horrible, horrible. I don't know about this. I just cannot believe that she done spent this money on this man. And she is holding your masking tape. And did y'all see the part where she was like standing outside of the prison? Did y'all see the... What's wrong with Cheryl, y'all? I said, child. And then she was talking about, was it a serial killer? That's Cheryl and Josh. Okay. Child, this one's going to be real quick. Angela and Tony. Okay, as we know, Tony's supposed to have gotten out, I think 8 months ago. But he wasn't able to get out. So she's back to the bus station, okay, to pick him up. Now, did y'all see her boobs? So she's waiting at the bus station, and she's worried, you know, because she's like, please don't let it happen again, you know. I just want him to show up, all right, please. And she's wandering around, walking around, and did y'all see the black guy who pulled up? And she was like, is my boyfriend in there, an inmate in prison? How did that black man tipped? Did y'all see him? Honey, he was like, I got to get up out of here. I am not involved. My name's Bennett. He was like this. I was like, Henry, if you don't get up out of there. Ooh, boy, he booked it. So, Tony finally shows up. Kissy, kissy, huggy, huggy. She done bought him some clothes. He's changing in the car. And then she was like, take your shirt off, take your shirt off. He was like, no, I ain't gonna take my shirt. She was like, take it off. And she was rubbing all over him. I was like, ugh. He was like, no, I ain't gonna, no. I was like, you know, I mean. So, of course, the famous line is, would you rather have a steak or a blowjob? And he chose steak. But he also talked about how much, you know, he can't wait to have sex because it's been so long since he had sex. So, child, Angela and Tony, that's just a whole bag of mess. Bag of mess. Ooh. Angela, she looks so hard in the face. Don't she look hard? She like she's done had a hard life. I mean, just stress. It's written all over her face. Stress. That's how I would describe Angela's face. Stress face. All right, let's talk about Vincent and Amber. All right. Amber is on her way to where she's going to stay. And she gets a phone call from Puppy. Now, let me point some out to you, friends. Did y'all see how she lit up and how she was acting when she was talking to Puppy? Now, remember that and then go back to last week when she finally got out of prison and laid eyes on Vincent. It was two different types of reactions. When she was talking to Puppy, you could tell she was legitimately happy. Not saying that she wasn't happy when she met Vincent, but she was just like, oh, I love you, B, I love you, wifey. I mean, like, awkward. Okay, Vincent's sitting there they're having a conversation, and, she hangs up, and she was like, oh, I just love her. I love her. And I'm like, okay, Vincent. But Vincent, he's aware of this. That's one thing about Amber. She ain't hiding it. Okay? So he's aware of Puppy and Amber's special relationship. Okay? Now, she said, being Amber, said that the only thing they did was, kiss, and I think they held each other, but they never slept together. Okay. So they get to Puppy's mom's house. I think her name Kathy. Honey, Kathy looked like she got some stories to tell. I was like, now listen here. I want to hear what Kathy got to say. Now, obviously, Kathy is for Amber to be with her daughter, Puppy. Because did y'all see how she was talking to Amber? She was like, you don't need to be jumping into anything so soon. You need to follow your heart. Don't rush into anything. So Vincent, he's talking to her, and she was not even vibing with Vincent. It was all about Amber, okay? So she totally wants her daughter to be with Amber. That's how I seen it, okay? That's how I seen it. So she was like, it ain't gonna be no, bump, bump, bump up in my house, okay? That's it. And so they were like, that's cool, your rules, I'll follow your rules. Amber was very, very respectful to Puppy's mom, and she said that she's just so happy to be out of prison and, staying somewhere. And Vincent was like, it seems like that Kathy's house is a very safe house. So anyway, so of course Vincent and Amber, they gonna leave so they can have, night to themselves. Bom, 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 And did y'all see Amber's mom? Did y'all see Puppy's mom, Kathy? She was looking at her. She says, now listen here. Now, you don't have to do anything, okay? Don't do anything you don't want to do, right? Don't do anything. Honey, she do not want her with Vincent, okay? And I don't see Amber and Vincent having any type of relationship. I don't see them getting married. Amber even said it herself that she's not even sure about the relationship or about them getting married. Did y'all catch that? Is that what she said? Child, Amber's in love with Puppy. What's she doing with Vincent? I am intrigued to see how this turns out because Puppy gets out in a little bit over a month. So, do y'all think that Amber truly loves Vincent? I don't see it. She may love him, but she ain't in love with him. I think she's in love with Puppy. And I really hate myself calling this grown woman Puppy. What is this girl's name? That's Vincent and that's Amber. Now, let's talk about the trio of fools. I never thought I would say that again, but here we are. Trio of Fools 2.0. We got Lacey. All right. Lacey out here lying to her family, talking about she got a modeling gig. Okay. So, she's on her way to meet Shane. All right. She is going to Wise, Virginia. All right. So, she's on her way, and there's a storm coming. Rain is just, it was raining so hard, she had to pull over. Now, while she was driving, she got several calls from John. John is the other inmate that she dealing with, okay? The one she supposedly married, okay? So, she keeps hitting ignore, okay? So, she finally pulls over. She already done talked to Shane, and she's on her way to get Shane. John is still inside, the one that she's supposedly getting married to. So John was like, what's up? Because she finally answers his phone call. She done put up a good old lie. Honey, she said that she's sitting outside her house waiting for the rain to ease up so she can bring in the groceries. And so John was like, okay. So he's like asking all these different questions. He was like, you must have been real busy. Okay, she was like, yeah, I've been busy. You sure have, Lacey. You sure have. Okay, so Lacey, she's done concocted this whole story. She's lied to her family. She's lying to her so-called fiance. All right, so she says, you know, he's hip to something. He knows something's not right because I've been ignoring his calls. You're right, Lacey. How in the world do you think this is going to end up? Do you think that this is going to end up good? Okay? You are playing two con men. Men who have been locked up for years. And you think that this is going to end up good. That this is going to end up on your side. Lacey? My God. Yo! Who would have thought that it would be trio of fools back to back? Who would have thought? But here we are. So, she goes to the prison, sits in the morning, and she's waiting for him to get out. And that is how the episode ends. Like I said, y'all, not too much happened this episode, all right? But you know the drill. Don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, friends. Bye.